What up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to meet you.
Welcome to meet you. Hey, hey, how are you? How you going? What's your name again?
Well, people call me a myriad of things. I've been called. Hey, get down from there.
Is everything okay? You've got so much to live for. Yeah.
Not again.
How do you reckon you could be talked down? Do you reckon you can be talked down?
Mum could always talk me down. You do a good job.
Do you reckon I could talk you down?
Absolutely. You could talk me down. Have you ever been suicidal?
I feel like this is becoming too common a theme on this fucking podcast.
Just as not to get into anything.
My therapist asked me the same thing the other day. I said no, unequivocally no.
Yeah.
It was so funny. He cut off this story that I was saying to be like, and nothing suicidal.
That I feel like that's the sign of a bad therapist. What do you think about that? That's I've had that and it's been bad.
I think I might have wasted $800.
You have bad luck with therapists.
Fuck, I need to get a new therapist. I think you saying this is like confirmation.
Yeah, please. Go to my therapist, please.
I actually will.
Stop wasting time. I promise you will like her. She's the best I've ever seen.
I'm going to fucking do it.
Do you know what? It's one thing, intelligence. Like, people are good at their job, various different things. And when you meet someone who's good at their job, you're like, oh yeah, this person's good at their job. You will see that in 5 minutes.
I shouldn't be umming and ahhing about it, eh?
No.
Like, it shouldn't, like, if there's a question mark, you know the answer.
And it's so funny. I think the reason you do it is because it's not an equal relationship. It's a doctor-patient relationship. So it's hard you hold these people in high regard, and it's hard to see them when they're like, when I saw this fucking therapist during the pandemic, and it was like back in my fucking dinky hometown, I went over and saw this dude. It was like, he was like me if he was this like fat white dude. He was the type of guy that you'd get in a road altercation with and he'd road rage at you. And like he said shit to me like, I was talking about like relationships and stuff, and he's like, it's like he'd say things like, chicks are like that.
I've told you about one of the therapists that I had that was like that too, right?
Yeah, you did, I think.
He talked about one time on the bus. Basically, he told me the one that got away story on the bus. Where he's like, she was reading this book that I was really interested in. I thought she was fine. And I thought...
Oh, is it really sexual therapist?
Yeah, he's a sexual therapist.
Yeah, you told me about this cunt.
I find myself... And this is just case closed, right?
Okay.
Me saying this is just case closed. I need to get a new therapist. But I find myself withholding certain things from my therapist.
Yeah.
It's case closed. Like, I when you don't feel comfortable in the fullest, most vulnerable sense with a fucking therapist... You need a new one.
Absolutely, bro.
That's open it. Sorry,
that's the whole point of therapy.
It's the whole point, and I've been there with others.
Yeah.
I've been there, mate. Our car got keyed.
When?
The other day. Keyed, brand new car.
Oh.
Who's keying these days?
Yeah, that's weird.
It's such an annoying. Like you obviously can't do anything.
No.
But like what? What a nihilistic impulse to key a car.
You'd think it was a kid. I think we can leave keying behind. I feel like it's something that's fading. But it sucks that you fell victim to it.
You reckon it's fading?
I've never heard of anyone getting keyed. Until now. Other than in like entertainment.
Have you been keyed? Have you heard of anybody being keyed?
Yeah.
Please share in the comments if you like. And hey, also we welcome you if you're listening to this. Welcome to meet you. But also, just a heads up, this is on YouTube too.
This is on YouTube.
We film these.
Yeah.
And you can see us talking this if you like.
All our free episodes are on YouTube, and we will be, referring to some vids and stuff later. So jump on YouTube and you'll be able to see, hey, do both. We need the analytics.
And of course, welcome and huge thank you to our Patreons as well. Of course, every fortnight, fresh exclusivo contento there. So you can enjoy that. Now, Dart, last free episode, you were talking about a really wholesome, giving, nourishing sexual escort encounter that you had.
Yeah.
It didn't involve a massage, did it?
No,
massage. It was just nice. And it helped you with the touch that you were so craving recently.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Bit different to something else that happened recently that you told me about that I'd love.
Yeah, one of the worst experiences of my life. And in a I was going to say in a non-traumatic way, but it actually was quite traumatic. But I had a mate staying with me for the weekend, and we just, here in Sydney, we had the best time. We just, two boys with a couple of O's in the bank account, just fucking wreak and havoc, doing whatever we want, and we're having fun. We went to the aquarium, we went to the zoo, went to all these movies, went out, and we were just we're filling our cup. We had been, I think, to the zoo or something all during the day, and we had about literally an hour and a half to kill between going to the wrestling. We were going to wrestling in the
Amateur
city. Amateur wrestling. We both kind of just like looked at each other like a couple of cartoon characters. I'm like, oh, we're in the city. We've got an hour to kill. What are we going to do? And we'd already, just to give you, and I'm not proud of this. I'm actually a little bit embarrassed. I am very embarrassed, but we'd been to the Rub and Tugs the night before. And then it was the next day, it was Saturday, and it was like, we've got an hour to kill before the wrestling. Let's go to the Rub and Tug. And we flew too close to the sun. And as you rightly said, we deserved what happened. We're greedy, and we were gluttonous, and we reflected on this after, and we deserved everything that happened. So
I met up with Dartner's friend at KFC immediately after the wrestling. There were big buckets of K-fry that you guys were hoeing into at quite a pace.
Yeah, the wrestling gave us a renewed life and energy, because we nearly didn't go to the wrestling after this experience because we were so upset, especially me. So
you side-eyed each other. You go, okay, we're in the city. There's nothing else at all that we could do beyond
not one
this.
thing.
There's not one. No, it is annoying. The city is so barren of things like that. And so you side-eye each other. You go, okay, this one looks okay. Was it the first one you saw?
Yes.
Okay. And so and what about it was alluring to you from the outside?
That we knew that
you knew that it just
they'd jerk us off,
that it would deliver.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So you go up, and so because you've been to a few of the, I don't really know much about what goes on inside. Was the vibe immediately obvious? It was off here, or
no? That they can be dingy, and you can still have a really nice experience. Okay. This was dingy. The vibe was immediately off. But the woman who answered the door had a deadness in her eyes that was undeniable and very alarming. Mm. She led me into one room. She led my mate into the other room. And, strip off the clothes. And I opted for a 30-minute massage, which is basically the let's get this over with. Not proud of it. The massage is all elbows. It's the worst massage I've ever had. 100%, hands down, the worst massage I've ever had. Just elbows in my pressure points, to the point where I was like, is she trying to give me a bad massage? Should I get out of here? This is weird. And I'm wincing into the fucking massage with her. And then she says, do you want extras? Which is the point where they say, do you want the happy ending? I say yes. She flips me over, and because the massage was so bad, usually you're kind of into it at that point, but the massage was so bad that I wasn't into it at all. And she kind of flips me over, and she goes, now, when you do the happy ending, when you do whatever, you pay for it at the end, right? Because you're covered in oil, usually, not me, this time it's dry as a bone. And you pay at the end, of course, otherwise, because your wallet and shit's in your pants, crumpled up in the corner of the room. You
want to be in the flow of it.
You want to be in the flow of it. She said she got me to pay immediately. So I got up naked.
Rummaging through your things.
Rummaging through my fucking pants.
Were you erect?
No, hell no.
Oh, okay.
Soft as the night. And I pay past. So the mass. I'm so embarrassed by this story, man. You can't. It's not going to believe it's fucking crazy. So I pay. So the massage was, let's say, $50. I pay $50. Let's say. So I'm $100 for the thing. I lie back down, waiting for the hand job to begin, and I'm kind of just bracing myself for this, and I just feel this immense pain in my scrotum. And I look down and she's squeezing between her thumb and 2 fingers. She has my right testicle and she's squeezing it like this. And I like scream and like fucking, I'm like, oh, and I'm lying down. She comes into my peripheral view. She puts her hand over my mouth and she looks at me in the eyes and she goes, shh, shh. And I'm like, what the fuck? So she tells me to shush. I'm like, all right. And then I lie there again. I feel her doing it to my left nut. This time I'm like bracing. I'm like, all right, enough. I'm so soft. My balls are screaming. And this is where you guys, please, if you haven't already started judging me, judge me now. In the back of my head, I'm thinking, does this chick know what she's doing? Am I about to get some forbidden pleasures? Because what's this? So
you were hopeful. You remain.
I was copeful.
You were.
I was copeful.
You remain copeful to an alarming degree throughout this experience.
And copeful is what resonates throughout this story. Yeah. So she does that. I'm in so much pain.
I can't believe this. I can't. At this point, surely you just look. Let's just leave it there. We'll call it quids. But.
I wish. So usually they put on a condom for the blowjob. She didn't put on a condom. She put over like what I could describe as like maybe like a tissue paper, like a rough tissue paper, and was like giving me head over the tissue paper, like my dick was some kind of like corsage or something, like unerect little koi fish. And then she goes, "Do you want me to bring in another girl?" Sure, bring in another girl. She goes, "Okay, I'm $200 in." She goes, "Oh, I fucking forgot to say, when the blowjob, she made me get up and pay again. So I had to get up with my sore, aching balls.
Oh my
and tap
God.
my card again for the further 100 to get the shitty tissue paper blowjob. And then, so I lie back down. After that, I go, yeah, bring in the other girl. She said, it'll be another 100. I'm like, for fuck's sake.
But you dutifully get up and you tap again.
I tap again. So I'm 300 in, waiting for this other girl.
Now you're waiting for the other girl. Now what happened now is really interesting to me. So you're lying there.
I'm lying there. She says the other girl's going to come.
So the room. What is the room like? It's skinny. It's small.
Think like a dingy inner city office that's been divided up by like temporary walls to make like little massage rooms.
That you can hear other things going on.
I can hear other things going on. So it's a dark story, man. I'm lying there. My balls are fucking aching. I'm waiting for this mystery woman to be brought in that will give me the relief I so desperately desire.
And the woman that you were talking about previously is leaning over your chest on her phone. Waiting for the other woman to come in.
Yeah.
You're silent, I imagine.
I'm
just
silent, lying there.
Good Lord.
Trying not to think about how much my balls are hurting. I'm just listening to a close friend fuck someone.
It's a nightmare.
It's a nightmare.
It's an actual nightmare.
And I remember lying there thinking one of the funniest situations I've been in. Like this is maybe too dark to be funny, but it's of note. Sure. I knew it was of note.
Of course.
So she's lying there. She's leaning over me, using me like a fucking chaise longue on her phone, and I'm lying there just like waiting for this chick. And then all of a sudden, her phone light, it's like quite dim, enters my vision, and she's showing me something on her phone. I'm like, oh, my eyes are like adjusting, and I look at it, and most of it is in another language, but there's one passage that is in English, and I read it, and it's a Bible verse, and it's in like old English, and I'm like reading this Bible verse, and I'm like, why are you showing me this? What's this? And because I thought she was about to kill me. I thought that she was showing me like, here's your fucking retribution, you fucking pig. Slits my throat like a fucking, a
Do you remember what it was about?
No, I wish I could, but I can't. It wasn't interesting though. Okay. It was like weird. I didn't get it. And then I just go, why are you showing me that? And then she's like, because this makes me happy in my heart to the point where I want you to be happy. And it makes you happy, doesn't it? And I was like, oh God. Yeah. Yeah, it makes me happy. Thank you for showing me that. And then
So the other woman comes in.
I'm lying there naked and they start arguing because the new woman wanted me to pay.
Yeah.
Again. And I said, I'm 300 deep. I can't, I'm not paying anymore. They start arguing in another language. I'm lying there naked, fat, unerect, sore balls.
Listening to your friend fuck.
Listening to my friend fuck. And I'm just like, look, I'm going to get it. I said, I'm going to get out of here. At that point, I said, I'm going to get out of here. She said, no, don't leave. Don't leave. We finish what we need to do. I know it's fucked. And go to the pub. And me and my friend
shared the dead eyes that
we have the dead eyes now.
You got voided.
I was voided. And when I, like, not in a funny way,
No.
like, so I'm telling this as a funny story and there's been some space and it's passed. I wonder whether I'll ever go back to a rub and tug. I know you're like, you'll go back. But
No. I actually don't think that. I hear you. And I am quietly glad about that.
Yeah. Like, and my friend, that's his story to tell, but he had his own bad experience, despite what the sounds suggested otherwise.
Yeah.
And we both felt as though we had learned a lesson. And it just made me realize, like, this is unbecoming. This is not good for my spirit. And I wanted to go home and I wanted to go to bed. And my mate was like, let me buy you a Long Island iced tea. And let's go to the wrestling.
Let's go to the wrestling. And the wrestling was a nice pick-me-up.
Yeah. It was great. My spirits were lifted up. I felt a sense of community, a bunch of like things that made me feel better. But yeah, man, it was really awful. And that story is not easy to tell.
No, I appreciate you sharing it. I because it is quite vulnerable, and something became quite obvious to me in a way that is maybe really obvious to everybody. But wrestling really is for children.
Yeah, it's so true.
So, you know, pantomimes?
Yeah.
Panto, like in England, they do these, you know, these dramatic performances for kids.
Yeah.
Famously, there's one on Extras, the episode 4 of season 1 that we love so much, where...
How does somebody as big as you fit into this tiny lamp?
Don't worry, I'm used to squeezing myself into tight holes.
Can you help us? We're in danger.
Don't we all? Anyway, those kinds of... he breaks character and he's like, does anybody want to be here? You... Do you really enjoy this? You know? Anyway.
Oh my God.
It's the darkest
what a fucking
scene
incredible scene of,
on TV.
Episode of television.
Fuck.
If you haven't seen this extras, you haven't seen the extras, but if you haven't seen this Les Dennis episode of Extras, go watch that shit, man.
The reason I bring it up is because, you know, those pantomime performances, they have, you know, it's you have the good guys,
Yep.
you have the bad guys,
Yep.
and you have the audience interaction and feeling of community and connection,
Yes.
and rooting for this or that, and that's what wrestling is.
Yeah.
And you have the hero and you have the villain,
Yep.
and the audience is all for it. And I think
The
there's
heel.
the
heel.
It sounds like there's a beautiful childlike communal atmosphere to it.
There really is, man. Like, you know, at this event, there, and I'm going to take you to one.
Yeah, I think
because
we
I
should,
think
yeah.
it'll be a really good experience. What is so crazy at the wrestling is that it's obviously fake. But,
I know.
but the fantasy of it, it's like Disneyland, like kind of as you say, where people do this. They ignore that it's fake, and they allow themselves to be taken. And this grown man like looked at me and was like, when this thing happened, he was like, oh, he's like, that's gonna fucking hurt in the morning. And I was just like, fuck, hell yeah, man.
Now, I see that, and I guess my point when I say it's childlike is not to find that cute, what you just said. It's almost to find it a little bit disconcerting. I know that I am naive. I haven't been to one of these things, but I'm not sure that I like that it's childlike, and there's this, like, It's for children.
Listen to this. As I said in the Patreon episode previously, there are a myriad of people in this world. Some of those people are of lower intelligence, and they need to be entertained too.
Okay.
And they are at the wrestling.
Okay.
And that's okay.
That's okay.
That's fine. You realize when everyone's fat.
Okay.
Everyone looks like me, but like they stink, and I don't always stink. No, I'm not stinky. But like they stink. And they're fat, and they're dumb, and they're beautiful, and that's where they go, and they have a great time, and there's a beauty in that.
Okay.
There's an ugliness. Hey.
There's an unbecomingness, I guess.
Yeah.
But no, you are right.
But the most unbecoming thing you could do is go there to laugh at people.
Yeah, I agree.
You go
I
there
agree.
and you participate.
I agree.
You do not laugh at people, because if I like that's yeah.
No, that really is the ugliest.
Yeah.
That's the ugliest thing that could happen there.
Yes.
I think you're right.
You'd be a real fucking loser if you went and did that.
I agree.
But yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I'll take Robbie.
We should go.
We'll take some footage and we'll report back, because I think it'll be really funny. But if you guys have ever been to the wrestling, because I know a few of you guys who listen to this, and some of you will like comment on a shirt that I'm wearing or something that'll have a wrestling dude on it. Tell us about your wrestling stories, because it's a crazy community. Crazy things happen.
What do you like about it? Why?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Irrelevant artist update. It's time to touch base with our favourites, the British wet leg.
Yep. Thank you. 1, 2. 1, 2. There we go. That rock and roll, eh? That rock and roll, it just won't go away. It'll, might hibernate from time to time and sink back into the swamp. I think the cyclical nature of the universe in which it exists demands it adheres to some of its rules. But it's always waiting there just around the corner, ready to make its way back through the sludge and smash through the glass ceiling, looking better than ever.
Jeez.
Yeah, that rock and roll.
So cold.
It seems like it's fading away sometimes, but it will never die.
His bandmates are cringing.
And there's nothing you can do about it. Thank you very much for this.
Oh.
I do truly appreciate it. Don't take that the wrong way. And yeah, invoice me for the microphone if you need to.
Pause it please for a second. You mentioned keying, do away with keying. We got to do away with mic drops. When the fuck have you seen a mic drop that was cool? Nearly ever. Because it's a mic drop moment. It's like you don't drop the mic. You look like a fucking wanker.
Obama did it recently as well.
So cringe. When did that speech happen? 10 years ago. Oh.
That rock and roll, hey?
Reading
that rock and roll.
Reading it off a phone.
It just won't go away. It might hibernate from time to time and sink back into the swamp. No, but in all seriousness, thank you so much.
Did a lot
It's really
of it.
cool to be doing this.
Did a lot of it. Go on. Did a lot of it.
Did a lot. Do go on. I agree with him. So that's Lemmy there, amazing Scottish comedian, just reacting to Arctic Monkeys 2014 Brit Awards coked out speech, and then sharing that Wet Leg did their own iteration of it sometime later. And I have to say, it made me like Wet Leg more.
Jim, I can't remember, Jim from Wildlife, friend of the pod, dear friend of ours. He did something similar. Rock on, man. Good on you. Go. Paul McCartney with his son. He did it at the Arias, I think.
Hey, Jamesy. Rock it, man. I know you will. Do. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That was nice, wasn't it? Right, you take it away.
And all our friends and family and everyone who's come to our shows and listen to our music. So yeah. Jazz, baby.
Jazz, baby. Rock it, man.
Okay.
James McCartney, obviously Paul McCartney's son. So this is his Instagram is pretty full on, I guess. And what's he up to?
He's what
do you think about James McCartney?
He really is. He's like the embodiment of nepotism, isn't he?
Here we go, James McCartney, Beautiful. Let's see what this sounds like.
Beautiful for being my baby. Beautiful for being my baby. Everything I do for you. Prison couldn't stop me.
Jamesy.
That is honestly
Jamesy.
way worse than I could ever have imagined.
Yeah. He's beautiful.
Isn't that
my baby?
How was the auto-tune on that? That was the most unnatural seeming auto-tune I've ever found.
Him at Foo Fighters.
Oh.
Looking like a fucking single dad.
Oh.
Here at Abbey Road, enjoying the equipment. Been loving it for years. Here's a studio. Very good. Old equipment.
Beautiful, just hanging out in the hallway here.
Yeah.
And I love you, James.
Love you, Mary.
And oops, highly illegal.
James McCartney looks like the type of bloke you'd run into on Epstein Island. And like be like, oh, James. He'd be like, all right. And he's like bottomless. All right.
Me and my sister Mary here at Abbey Road.
Notice the shoes in this clip.
Been loving it for years.
The same shoes that you have.
We have a shared weight, both physically and mentally, and a similar hairline, which upsets me. Fuck me. No part of him is not round. Everything is round. He is a round man. He is the Eggman. He is the Eggman. It was a prophecy.
Oh, fuck.
Do we need no Oasis anymore now that we have Mike Stoyanov?
Are you even on my side? Oh, baby. Are you even on my side? Oh, baby. Are you even on my side? Are you on my side? Oh, are you on my side? Are you on my side? Oh, are you on my side?
Yeah, that's baffling. That's really baffling. If that's a joke, that's awesome. That is an incredible joke.
I can't figure out whether it's a joke, and I don't think this is the last we're going to talk about Mike Stoyanov, because this guy, I think he's like, and I'm going to show you more, but I think he's like a narcissist. I think he's real. I think he thinks he is the king of rock and roll. And I've been following him for a little while now, and he hasn't blown up yet, but he's one of the funniest people on the internet to me.
Is he doing numbers?
No. He's not doing well, but he does. I think he gets. He'll get like 30 people in a small band room at the pub in England.
Where did you find that? Just randomly on Reels or something?
Yeah, randomly popped up. Like he's obviously paying for some reach.
Okay.
And I'm just like, his hair.
Yeah. I was going to say, yeah.
What is that hair?
He's balding, obviously, and
it's wild.
Yeah, he's really clinging.
Yeah.
The skinny jeans.
Yeah. Walking through the streets. Are you even on my side, baby?
There's something really funny. We were walking down King Street the other day, and we saw a guy that he thought he was the Verve Bittersweet Symphony. You know, he's got this guy, like he's got the leather jacket. He's just walking, and he's, you know, his shoulders back, you know, chin up. He's got the grimace. He's got the girth.
Got the grimace. He's got the
out my way.
Out my way, cunt.
You fucking prick.
Fucking prick.
Yeah.
It's a bittersweet symphony this night. Try to make ends meet. Slave to the money, then you die. I can change, but I'm here in my mom. Yes, I'm here in my mom. And I'm a million different places. I can't change my mom. Have you ever been there?
Well, I said a very strong opinion on men in leather jackets. We need to not be doing, like, that's gone.
I think it's
it has been for a decade.
I agree with you entirely, and I can't think of anybody that it would suit them to have it.
There was this guy that used to bully me in high school, older kid, like metalhead kid, and he used to bully me, and we're at the pub in my hometown, and we're adults now, and I saw him come in, and he was wearing a leather jacket and long hair, and he saw me, and he bullied me so bad and for so long that like he like looked away when he saw me. I know now that he has a tattoo that says rock up, raise hell, leave. And I'm wondering whether I have a responsibility now to bully him or whether I leave it. Because I don't hate him. I pity him. But I do... I would love to, almost as a friend to another friend, I would love to go up and put my arm around him and be like, fuck, man, let's raise some hell. Let's raise some hell, rubbish jacket. Friction. Let's raise some fucking hell. Let's go. You and me. We know Charlie, XCX, and Billy famously with the guest remix.
Yes.
Okay. Have you seen Sabrina Carpenter with Jenna Ortega?
Are you even on my side? Oh, baby, are you even...
Right, so does Jenna sing in this or?
No.
Oh, she's just in the video.
Now...
Oh, so it's just a song.
Yeah. Now
right.
you've seen what you've seen. You've seen 52 seconds of a 3-minute 18.
Yeah,
we've got Sabrina Carpenter and Jenna Ortega.
On another tepid song from her.
Very tepid.
Yeah.
What do you think the big moment of this in the film clip is at the end? What do you think these two girls do?
Kiss.
Of course. And they thought it was going to break the internet, and no one gives a fuck. No one gives a fuck. And no one's laughing about it, but when I say no one gives a fuck, sure, it's millions. It's doing millions. But Sabrina's one of the biggest stars at the moment. Jenna Ortega is who Jenna Ortega is, and is one of the biggest cultural, no one cares. And it's moments like this where I think we do need to applaud Brat and what it did. And like just in the fact that it worked. Just simply for the fact that it worked in a way that this doesn't. This is regressive, and Brat is at least like...
Okay.
And I just think it's, again, to use the word of the podcaster, unbecoming. Really unbecoming. Really like...
Copeful.
It's very copeful. It's very like room full of white guys being like, what will they like?
It's in the same league as Katy Perry's Woman's World in a way.
It is for me. And Sabrina Carpenter seems like a pop star from another age. An age kind of 10, 20 years gone. Because it seems very male gazy. Seems to be for the male gaze. And that song, do you know what the song's about? It's about...
Was it called Taste?
Yeah. And it's about Jenna Ortega in the film clip, is Sabrina Carpenter's ex-boyfriend's new girlfriend. And Sabrina's singing to Jenna saying, you may be with my old boyfriend, but you're always going to taste me. Because I was there first. It's a very dated idea.
It doesn't pass the Bechdel test.
It doesn't pass the Bechdel.
And I think that's the greatest kind of affirmation of you saying that it's from the male gaze.
Yeah. It's just not cool. It's aren't we kind of over in print being hey, they're always going to be mine because I had it first.
It's in the same vein of saying things like sloppy seconds.
It's like saying sloppy seconds.
Yeah.
And then to have them have this Britney Madonna moment where they kiss at the end, it's can you believe that these two... Have you ever seen anything?
So who's that again? Is that Frankie Valli?
That is famous Frankie Valli, whatever it is.
So he's propped up. People talk about Joe Biden. We need to talk about Frankie Valli. Just relax.
So he's die. Don't even relax at home. Let yourself die.
Oh no.
He's
propped up.
He's propped up. It's incredible. He's doing a lip syncing tour, and
is he?
Yes. So it's a lip syncing tour. Yeah.
Do you know what? That kind of warms my heart a little bit. I didn't realize that it was
it's for the old. Yeah.
I didn't realize that he was actually lip syncing.
Yeah. So everyone does need to he's not claiming to sing. It's a lip syncing tour, but it is.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
It is kind of. It's definitely cute, but it's
confronting.
It's confronting. It's it's got that similar feel to Tupac Hologram. It's kind of look, the icon. Want to see him in the worst way you ever could. Months before his inevitable demise.
Yeah, I know. The caption on that video was "When the gummy hits at your karaoke song."
And what's also really funny is he's got a bunch of young, virile musicians on stage, and they're like, "Hit him with the Frankie!" And he's like, "Ooh." Oh God! Fuck!
Oh, I wish him well. I wish him well. I haven't heard of a lip sync tour.
I've never heard of a lip sync tour either.
To be honest, he's breaking new ground.
He continues to break new ground.
Imagine if Joe Biden did a lip syncing tour. Hawk tour. Joe Biden's Hawk tour of America.
Joe Biden's legacy. I was thinking about this the other day. How him succumbing and leaving, he'll never be talked about again. He was such a boring president, and now it's he just did this. It was leave, man. He's oh, leave, I'm good to go. And then it's just no, I'm not. And
you're eating ice cream to stimulate your nerve endings.
Yeah, man.
With Macron. We all know this is what demented people do to stay functional. Oh, it's sad. It's sad. Hey, Hawk tour, Dart.
Hawk tour. As we said at the top, this episode is filmed. This is on YouTube if you'd like to see all the clips that we referred to. Very clip-heavy episode. Thank you to our Patreons. New episodes exclusively on Patreon every fortnight. And if you sign up to the Patreon, it's $8 a month. You get access to all of the past episodes as well. So you can sign up for 1 month and listen to all the episodes if you want. There's heaps on there for you. We appreciate your continued support there. It really helps out the show. Stickers coming soon. Other stuff's coming soon. Any other updates? Follow us on the socials. Welcome to Meet You Lip Sync Tour in 50 years' time. Us on the stage with old episodes, lip syncing them.
If I actually get Alzheimer's, would you do that for me?
I'll look after you, man.
All right. Appreciate you. Thanks. Hope you have a good day, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Are you even on my side? Oh, baby.